Made it back to the house. It was a fun day. Got a nice little farmer stand along the way, which is great. Now, if you've seen the first vlog, you might notice that this is a different house, which is true. By the way, look at this little guy. How's it going? Hey. Yeah, the first house was super nice, but had a lot of issues. There was actually a long time in between filming that video and this video. How long was it? It was like 6 months ago, probably 6 months. So in that period of time, tons of issues with that house. We had water damage, we had rats, we had the AC breaking down. So we talked to the landlord and said that, it's best for both parties to break the lease. And then we came here. Which in my opinion is way better. First of all, because we have a lot more outdoor space. We've got this nice, huge terrace. We've got a pool. We've got more space in general. And in my opinion, it feels warmer. It feels more homey. The other place was very nice, very clean, very modern. But this is just, in my opinion, a little bit more warm. But yeah, I think it feels more homey. It's probably because of the colors. It's a little bit more warm. It's a little bit more homey. So I'm very happy about that. Love this fireplace as well. So in general, I think it's great. Oh, and by the way, the showroom in this house is much bigger. If you've seen the first vlog, you'll notice that the showroom was pretty tiny. This one is a whole lot bigger. So altogether, I think it was a great decision. Now we're gonna take Tank to the park. We're gonna go to Runyon Canyon. If you're familiar with LA, that is a very famous hiking trail. So very close to the house. So I love going there with him. He's been alone for a very long time today. So let's get some movement. Before we do that, we're gonna change. Let's go. As I'm changing here, we're gonna pull up the comment section. Since I'm new to YouTube, I'm gonna get my inspiration from the comments. And someone commented that he would like to get some fashion tips, which is actually a funny one because my friend behind the camera right here is always joking about me wearing the same t-shirt. I've got this one black t-shirt that, I might have worn a little bit too often around him. It's a really good t-shirt, so. But anyways, when it comes to how I dress, I think it's very simple. I think as a man, we should have a lot of basics in neutral colors. So a lot of blacks, a lot of whites, a lot of grays, and that should really be the foundation. It's funny because I had a girl looking in his closet the other day and she was like, where are all your colors? And I said, well, I don't have any because everything is just pretty plain and boring. So I personally think that bright colors doesn't really look that good on a man. If you're a man and you're walking around with red pants and a bright green t-shirt, I don't think that looks good. That's just my personal opinion though. But to me, you should stick with the basics. And when it comes to these basics, I like to get mine at ASOS. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. ASOS. They have really good basics. This is a shirt that I really like. Black, white, just basic colors, keep it simple. I get their muscle fit designs because they're a little bit more fitted. And it's good quality, good price. And that's really the thing. I think for a man to dress nice, it doesn't have to be expensive. Sometimes you see people with these Gucci t-shirts and the Balenciaga shoes, but to me, half the time it just looks like trash. Just because it has a brand on it doesn't mean that it actually looks good. So it doesn't have to be expensive. I think a t-shirt can be cheap, pants can be pretty cheap, items that you can spend a little bit more on, maybe sweaters, maybe shoes, jackets, that wouldn't make sense. So if you do want to get designer brands, in my personal opinion, I like Stone Island. That is one of them. I also like Montclair. Montclair has great winter jackets, but both of these brands are more simple, neutral, basic. That's probably why I like them. Here's an example of Stone Island actually. It's this brand with the little badge on the sleeve. So the fit is really good. It's also a slim fit and it's very plain, neutral, what I'm all about. My number one fashion tip though would be to get yourself in shape. Because honestly, if you're in great shape, it doesn't really matter what you wear. Pretty much everything is gonna look good. So in terms of prices, let me give you an example. So I'm gonna pull up a picture here where I'm gonna break it down one by one. So the button up that you see here was from a brand called Father Sons. I believe I paid about $60, $70, let's call it 65. Then these pants are from a brand from the UK. The brand is called Mauve. I think I pronounced that correctly, hopefully. And I think these pants, great fit, good quality. I think I only paid about, maybe $50, $60, so let's call it 55. And then these shoes are from Filling Pieces, which is a brand from the Netherlands, which I really like. Those are a little bit more expensive. I think I paid about $150. So in total, we're looking at an outfit that, in my opinion, looks pretty cool for $270. Now, if you want to go more affordable than that, if you look at these basics here, this black t-shirt was probably $15 maybe, and it looks good, it has a good fit. So these pants are from that same brand called Mauve, I believe, 65. So now you're looking at $75. I just need a nice pair of shoes, right? And it both just looks really good. And the benefit of basics, because I know a lot of men don't really like to think. So if you look at these green pants, the gray pants, I mean, goes great with the white t-shirt. It goes great with the black t-shirt. Now, the same thing with these black pants. Black on black is great. White and black is great. So all I have to do is just open up the closet. One basic, two basic. We're looking good. Easy. All right, guys. Got to the viewpoint. Love this view. This is Runyon Canyon, one of my favorite hikes in LA. It's a little crowded on a Sunday, but besides that, we're gonna go all the way up to the top, make our way down. Tanky loves this hike as well. He also loves the grass, that's why he keeps eating it. Anyways, thanks for the support. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next week.